As largely expected he would, Israeli President Isaac Herzog granting an extension to construct a coalition to Prime Minister-elect Benjamin Netanyahu. Though, as opposed to the maximum 14 days possible, Herzog only giving Netanyahu 10 days. So the Likud leader will have until December 21 to finalize agreements between his party and those of his right-wing and religious partners. But in light of concerns over the ideological views of his partners and the appointments thus far reported, Herzog reportedly awarding the 10-day extension with a warning attached. Herzog indicating that Bibi's government, quote, must work for the entire public of Israel, and that it needs to take into account potential damages to Israel's democratic checks and balances, breaches to the spirit of the Declaration of Independence, and unity with Jews still overseas in the diaspora. This in light of the coming coalition's determination to pass the so-called override bill, which would sharply limit the High Court of Justice's abilities to block legislation that seems contradictory to Israel's basic laws. In a letter sent to Netanyahu, the president writing, quote, "These are complex times for Israeli society as differences over core issues threaten to stoke violence and blind hatred, and the coalition being formed must maintain a respectful and responsible dialogue between the authorities, executive, legislative, and judicial." Meanwhile, the next biggest challenge actually in finding a new Speaker of the Knesset in order to quickly introduce the override bill for a vote. But already, angry over Netanyahu's giving away of top ministry positions to other parties and apparent newcomers, longtime Likud lawmakers pressuring Bibi from all sides to reward them. In response, Netanyahu said weighing a rotational agreement for the position of foreign minister and for the positions of Knesset Speaker, Justice Minister, and Defense Minister, among others, Netanyahu will likely appoint those who are seen as rising against his leadership in a move to quash rebellion.